XRP, welcome, brothers and sisters. Hope you're well. Okay, hope you're doing great. I really do. If you're new here, you want to subscribe, you like what you're hearing, go for it. XRP, case dropped. Whoopie fucking do. Am I happy that happens? Absolutely. Is it the worst timing it could happen? Absolutely. Is this going to spark the altcoin season like every jackass crypto YouTuber is saying? No. No. And exactly as I predicted. I said it would go up at the most 30 cents. It went up 12%. And it's just hanging there. There's no liquidity. There's no interest in the market. A case like this, Ripple doesn't rule the world. They did an amazing job with this, but they could afford to pay for all this because they dumped their XRP on you and me. Am I a holder? Am I happy about this? Yeah. I hold 100,000 at 17 cents for a million years. So I'm happy, but nothing changes. The bear market doesn't change. We got a Fed meeting today. If Powell comes out and is extremely arrogant and says the economy is doing amazing, which he will, which this is doing amazing, which he will, which we're going to take our time and see how it plays out, the tariffs and all that, which he will. And then people are going to ask questions about how many rate cuts are you going to do, this or that, and which will answer. And most likely, the market won't be happy and sell off. Or he comes out and surprises us with the data we're seeing. We are going to, lower rates 25%, basis points. Who knows? Who knows what he's going to do? But it's all predicated on that right now, and tariffs and all the other stuff. So nothing changes because this case ended. I mean, I just saw Joshua Jake saying, beginning of the alt season, fuck you, you moron. Nothing changes. There's no dinero in crypto right now. But it is great that this is done. It's just bad timing. You want this to happen when there's excitement and enthusiasm in the market. That's when you want this to go down. Then XRP would be up to $4 right now, $5. Instead, you won't see $3. Because what will happen is it's going to pop up and you have people who are not long-term holders, or you have long-term holders who are sick of it, and they're going to sell out and say, I'm done with crypto, right? Or they're going to wait with cash on the sidelines. Me, not doing anything. I'm just waiting, but I'm smart enough and experienced enough that I'm not going to lie to you like the rest of the streamers do and tell you that this starts the alt season. It doesn't start anything. It's a good mindset, and it's good for the XRP freaks on Twitter and everything who think it's actually going to go to $589 or, by next week, or $10,000 like the Economic Ninja or whatever. No, the XRP goes nowhere along with crypto. Not happening. And even if Bitcoin got to $100,000 and everything's going good, all it takes is one more tariff thing, or Putin saying F off, we're doing another campaign in Ukraine, and Israel keeps broadens its horizons into Iran. We're back here. Emin, hello. Little Joe. Love that name, Little Joe. Love it. Welcome, Alicia, Joe, Brooke, Lawrence. Welcome. If you're new, hit that subscribe if you would. Notifications. I'm here to help with anything you need, whether it be crypto, health, other investing. I answer all your questions. So just don't don't FOMO into anything. This is a tiny bit of green. The market is doing nothing, right? We have to be at a couple hundred billion. The rules don't change. Ronica. Hello. Gaming with Hayden. Hi. Hi. So please don't FOMO in. There's plenty of time. The market has not changed. It's just a case was dropped. That's all. I'm happy. Like I said, I own a crap load of XRP, but I'm no maximalist to anything except for my bank account, my profit sharing, my profit taking. But it's better than the case being dragged out more, better than them loading onto it. So it's good news. It's just not market changing news. Good morning, Joe, Brooke, Alicia. What questions do you guys have? So would I be buying XRP now if I didn't own it? Well, no, I would have been buying it a long time ago. Do I think it's smart to own it, some XRP? Absolutely. If we get into a bull market, which we are not in, do I see XRP going to 10 bucks? It will take a lot of inflow, but if we're in a true bull market, absolutely. And that will most likely be my out. That'll be, over $1 million on that, and I'll be happy with it. That'll be long-term capital gains, so it'll be minimal capital gains at that point. We can't count on, there's not going to be zero taxes on American projects. That's Eric Trump saying it. It's not happening. He would not be able to get that passed. If he did, it'd be amazing, because then XRP wouldn't go to 10 bucks, it would go to 20, because you'd have so much speculation on that and so many buying, because they could just, but they would trade the hell out of it, so it would become very fluid, just like ADA and other projects. Are you at the pork? You mean the park? I don't eat pork. I don't eat pigs. Hi, gaming. Thank you for liking. Appreciate it. If you're new, subscribe if you would. No, I'm just in the neighborhood. I typically run at the, just got done with my 5K. I run every morning. Then I'm going to go work out, 52, every morning. When you have a vegan lifestyle like me do, even at my age, you can make it work. I work out every single day. No rest needed. Very uninflammatory, anti-inflammatory. I can't speak, sorry. But no, I'm just in the neighborhood. Normally I run on trails and forest preserves. I typically have like 7 I rotate on. I like the pork. Why are those trees so ugly? Well, these are shitty trees. This is just a street. Because these are shitty trees, number one, and we're just coming out of the winter. So the leaves have not started yet. But they're not great trees even. They look nice, they look fine in the summertime, but they're nothing too great. Those trees are not as ugly as I am. So what do? We keep getting dry powder. Do not FOMO in. I will repeat that 1,000,000 times. This is just a little green. Everything's going to be predicated, on what Powell says today. Like always, we're going to be very volatile. And even if he does great news, it does not spark anything until we get, until everything with the tariffs and all that gets settled. Nothing changes. ETFs selling off. That's slowing down a little bit, but the ETFs have to start accumulating. And the reason they're not, oh man, it's going to pour. I have my youngest daughter's first soccer game today. She's a sophomore, and she's on varsity starting. And in Naperville, Illinois, starts at about 8 o'clock outside. Going to pour on us. It's going to be lovely. Until those things change, which is nothing close yet, that's how it's going to be. So don't FOMO in on little green, please. Nothing wrong with DCAing, but expect more volatility to go down more. I loaded up over the last couple weeks on certain projects just to lower my average, and they're up a little bit, but my average is down, but still I'm down money on them. Don't fall into the hype. Just pay attention. The XRP case is just one little step, one little piece of the puzzle. It's going to be these are the factors we have. Tariffs, other Trump decisions, war, Fed, and then volume has to come in ETFs. But right now the sentiment is not there. Good morning, C90. How is ya? Man, I'm getting so many emails. What's a sophomore? Sophomore in high school, Onion. How are you feeling this morning, C90? You load up on XRP this morning like the rest of so many people? Did you buy that? You sell all your Bitcoin for XRP? And as I predicted, it's just going to pop up a little bit. And it could go, next thing you know, it could be at $2. We're just not there. So it's good to be happy, and it's not good to be optimistic, and it's not good to be pessimistic. Just have the reality of the situation. Little Joe, gang base. 0 XRP was traded in my holdings of 10 XRP. You sound like DZ. So Good news, it's just bad timing, like always. We want this when the market is going. But the one positive thing is maybe, some ETFs get passed for it, maybe some other things. And just because an ETF gets passed, it doesn't mean anything. It just doesn't. So I try to set realistic expectations. Right now, we're just in the waiting game. And if you're thinking of buying XRP, if you're new, wait for a little dip. It's my personal thought. Only way it's going under $2 is really bad news. Again, we could easily get to $1.90. That's a good buy there. But remember, your upside is, well, it's questionable until we get into a real market. You're a whole XRP holder. There you go. I knew you could do it. I knew it. Yeah. I saw your response back into the folder I made for you. Those are just random stuff. I didn't look at all of them, but it might give you a good start. Maybe put it on fast, fast speed in the background. But I think it's important. The Gary Yourofsky speech, I don't know if you ever, I'd mentioned that. That's one you got to watch. If you haven't seen it, you got to just watch it. It's old, but you have to watch it and listen. You can't just listen to it. That one you have to watch. It's very important. If you haven't. So what else, guys? Not sure where the volume is. Like I saw yesterday, it was 80-ish billion. That ain't going to cut it. 150 billion won't even cut it right now. A year ago, I'd be happy, or even 7 months ago, happy with 150 billion. That's just not doing it. It's going to take Bitcoin well into 100K and all that to start us over again. And it can happen. Doesn't mean it will. I'm hearing people, like I said, talking that the alt season is now starting. No, it's not. And then I have other people talking about we may be headed into a 4-year bear market. That's possible. I don't believe so. But it's all predicated on really Trump. It's Trump's move. He decides, he's going to decide where we're going. It's up to him. Because the disruption is the tariffs. And then you have jackasses like Steve Bannon on the news talking about how they're going to get Trump to run for another term, and that's just causing chaos. So we'll see what happens. Let's not talk politics. It's out of our control anyways, brothers and sisters, right? So let's become financially independent by doing the right moves. That's by not quitting. Not sell, you lose if you sell. If you're at a loss, you lose if you sell. Now, if it's not that much of a loss and you just want to get out, there's nothing wrong with that. Or if you have faith, you can DCA. Just expect it to go lower, but you never go all in. If you have 10,000, maybe it's 1,000, but I'm going to work with 10,000 because no one's getting rich on $1,000 investment. You have $10,000 sitting on the sideline like you should with dry powder, unless you're brand new. You build that capital, and you have 10,000 you want to deploy right now. You don't do it. Do 500, 1,000, whatever. You don't go all in because you spend 1,000 today. Next week it's down 20%. Then you can go another 1,000. That's the way you do it if you have faith in the project you're investing in. Little John. Okay. Haven't watched it yet. Working on my courage to dive into. Feel like what you're explained, your wife was like preferring to keep my head in the sand. Understood. Yeah. Arrogance is bliss. Don't, brother. You're a man. You're a human. You have it, and you know what you know. The Gary Yourofsky speech is more of information. And you'll be blown away by him as a speaker. It's old. Like I said, went along when I started ages ago. It's life-changing. It's not disturbing. It's just the truth. It will open your eyes. But you have to watch it. Like, you can't just listen. Like I said, it's so important. I know people who've just listened to it. It has no effect. You got to watch it because he's just a great speaker. It's one on my channel. Do it, and I'll do something nice for you. I don't know what. When we get into a bull market, I'll make you richer. I promise. But it's, I know, head in the sand. It's not violent or anything. He warned you when they show stuff. He warned you, and you should watch it. It's only a couple minutes. I swear to you, life is so much better when your head is not in the sand. I promise you. And I'm here to help you if you really like are shocked by what you learn and everything. I'm here to help you. I can teach you the mistakes that I learned and help you avoid it. But you want to know for your children in the future and yourself. Trust me, you will not regret it. If you're open-minded, it'll change your life, C90. I'm not saying you have to go vegan, or you should. You should, definitely, but that's up to you. You can slow, I used to be a long time ago, you don't do baby steps. Why would you do baby steps? This is how I used to be. And people, like, when I would do outreach, like talking to them about it on the street and all that, and they would say, yeah, I'll try to slowly do it. I go, well, if you're a child molester, would you, just only do child molesting on the weekends, or, or not do it on the weekends? That's how I used to be. I'm not like that anymore. It's a long time ago. You got to take your time and do it the way that fits you. But first is knowledge, right? Just like your investing knowledge. You're on these channels, you do your research, you know your shit with crypto and engineering and all the stuff you do. You should know about everything else. And this will open your eyes. I promise you. It's not brutal, but it's life-changing if you let it be, right? If you're not as open-minded and you're kind of critical of it, then it won't. I challenge you and ask of you to be open-minded, and you'll thank me for it, and you'll thank yourself for watching it. It's not brutal. Not Dominion. Don't watch Dominion. That's pretty brutal. You can't watch that. I want you to watch Gary Yourofsky's speech on YouTube on my channel, that link. Start from the beginning and watch it, and let me know what your thoughts are. It's an hour out of your time. I promise it's an hour that will change you forever. It might not totally change your life, but it'll change your view. And it's funny, too. He's hysterical. And it's fairly dated, like I said, because it's from I don't know, it's probably from 16, 17 years ago, something like that. That's a wild analogy. I only act like Ben from, yes, exactly. I used to, you can't, I've talked to thousands upon thousands of people about this on the street, people fighting with me, I watched their eyes open and they're like, oh my God, because I used to, be in some groups, I would help them out, and we would stand in a square and show footage of farms and slaughterhouses and all that, and then we would get hundreds of people around us asking us questions, and we would talk to them about it. Many people were shocked to learn the reality. Many of them didn't care. Many of them were farmers. Many of them were slaughterhouse workers, whatever they were. And many who were unreasonable then became reasonable and said, I see it. So all I'm about is planting seeds, no pun intended, to try to help. If I can help you change your life a little bit, C90, my life is pretty good. So, any questions, my brothers and sisters? I'm happy about this news with Ripple. We knew it was coming. It was just a matter of time. Haven't really been on X. I can't imagine Crypto Wolf and all these crazy people on there. Just the things that they're going to say in regards to this case. It's life-changing for XRP in the sense of now it is what it is, right? We were robbed the last cycle of a run. We were crippled, handcuffed. That's no longer the case, but we have to get into a bull market now. We have to get into a market. We're not there. So I beg of you, keep accumulating dry powder. Don't listen to the videos of utility and this is happening and that and price predictions. It means it's meaningless. Or when the bull market's going to end. What? It hasn't begun. Don't listen to those videos. Don't ask the questions because nobody knows. Nobody predicted this, right? If you could look at a graph and predict that Trump was going to do these tariffs and, I still see things by Virtual Bacon and other people that are like, this is like last cycle, we dipped down like this at this time. What? That has nothing to do with it. Macro is the only thing it has to do with it. I always said the 4-year cycle is a load of shit, in my view. It's all macro related. 4-year cycle helps in regards to supply, but it really doesn't that much. It did this time because of ETFs, but everything is coincidental and volume and supply related. I mean, look at the volume for Bitcoin over everything else. Look at the supply. That's why it moves. That's why it moves. That's why XRP will never move like Bitcoin. Even if it had the same volume, it's not going to get to $70,000, $80,000 because of supply. Hope that makes sense. Have been taken over. Actually, yeah, I don't care about that. I mean, I do, but it's like, they wash these things. The Epstein files are loaded. I mean, they're flushing Trump. But Trump was incredible friends with him. The videos don't lie. His words back then don't lie. He hung out with Jeffrey Epstein all the time. Clinton, all of them. These men of power like this, they get there for a reason, not by the goodness of their hearts. Show me a billionaire, show me 100 millionaire, and I'll show you blood and hurt people in their waist and in their wave and in their wake. But yeah, I'm curious, I'll wait for someone to, I don't think we're going to learn anything too much about it. We all know it was the CIA, I believe, but I guess if you listen to RFK. But, I've got more important things on my mind. I want crypto to get back. I want the tariffs to settle down a little bit. I want it to be reasonable. I want Putin to come to his senses, and China and everything, and us and Trump, and get this bull market going, and then I'll be happy. The world can go a little nuts, but we all anticipated the market being outstanding at this point. So none of us thought we'd be where we're at. I'm just hoping it turns around. All right. Anything else, C90? You guys got anything for me? It never changes with me. Whatever you need from me, let me know. Thoughts on the market? Thoughts on a project right now are stupid. I mean, I can tell you thoughts on my portfolio, that's for sure. Most of it is killed and junk. But there's awesome opportunity. If we get into a bull market, I'll give you a quick thing, what I think will do great. Just a couple. Proppy, XRP, Moonwell. Ethereum's going to have its time to shine. And there's some high risk plays. But I mean, those right there, just a couple, I think will do very well. I think Proppy will do very well. Ondo's going to do great. I should be a buyer there right now, but I don't like buying greater than where I bought it. I did that on many risky alts, and now I'm down because of that. But there's a lot of good plays out there. Just don't fall into the narrative of utility and deals right now. It doesn't mean anything until we get into a bull market. Nothing wrong with buying, as I'll say 50 million times a stream. Nothing wrong with buying, just expect it to go lower. I'd rather see you buy in the green when we get into a bull market than keep buying and it goes down another 20, 30%, because all it takes is some more shit to happen, and 30, 40, 50% we're down. Waiting on the FOMC to see our, yes, exactly. Well, let's see what happens. So, you guys need help with anything, health, anything like that, I'm here for you. C90, let me know if you end up watching that. No rush. Give yourself an hour when you want to do it. Let me know when you're going to do it or if you're going to do it. No rush. You do it on your time. I'm here to help all of you. Okay? If you're new, subscribe. If you need anything, I'm here for you. Vegan Crypto. We'll see you later. C90, have a great day.